Hi everyone, Ohio State Senator Ken Smith here. Welcome to In Case You Missed It, State House Edition, Schoolhouse Rock Edition for the week ending June 21st. As a former public school board member and a member of the Ohio Senate Education Committee, I need to say that the Senate version of the budget was the worst collection of state policies regarding public education that I've ever seen. Every schoolhouse and community in Ohio will be rocked by this budget. And every Democrat recognized that, and for the first time since 2001, not one Democrat voted for the majority party budget in either chamber. What had received bipartisan support in the past was the Fair School Funding Plan, which the Republicans just threw in the dumpster. The Fair School Funding Plan provided a predictable student-centered formula that was based on how much it actually costs to educate a child and how much a local community can afford to contribute towards those costs. According to a Policy Matters Ohio analysis, all the schools in my Senate district will receive less support from the state budget that we just passed than what they would have received from a fully funded Fair School Funding Plan. But what's even more disturbing is the wealthier districts are impacted the least. This budget hits the lower wealth districts the hardest. Let me remind you that there's a lot of poor kids in Ohio. According to the Thomas Fordham Institute, over 800,000 or over 50% of Ohio public school kids are economically disadvantaged. So it would be bad enough for you to break your promise and not fund the Fair School Funding Plan, but this budget makes it even more difficult for local communities to fix the problem that Columbus just created by their other anti-public education policies, which include the phony refund scheme so the districts with cash reserves 50% or higher than their annual expenses will be punished. A requirement that local school boards now need a supermajority to put a levy on the ballot rather than a simple majority. The elimination of a variety of types of levies that communities have used to keep their schools operating, and the addition of a performance measure that will only further hinder high poverty districts from getting the support they need for their kids. Quite frankly, it looks to me like the Ohio Senate is trying to put public education out of business. But that might have been the GOP goal all along. I'm Ohio State Senator Ken Smith, and that's In Case You Missed It, State House Edition, Schoolhouse Rock Edition for the week ending June 21st.